Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk back in the video into the Los Angeles Lakers beat the San Antonio Spurs 89-88 in the Summer League California Classic. Last game of the California Classic before the Summer League games in Vegas start on July 10th. No more games tomorrow. This was it for the Classic, and the Lakers finished 2-1 in the Classic. The Spurs are 1-2. A crazy comeback, fourth quarter comeback for the Lakers. They were down 13 going into the fourth quarter. We're down as much as like 14 or 15 points, and they just had a great comeback in this game. Dalton Knecht had an outstanding fourth quarter at 15 points. Darius Bazley, who's trying to make an NBA comeback, had a terrific game with 27 points and 13 rebounds. And, he had 2 assists as well, a block. He had the game-winning putback. Dalton Knecht drives at the rim, down one, misses a layup, and, you've got Bazley to get the 13th rebound of the game and put back for points 26 and 27 and give the Lakers the lead. And so Knecht was great, but Bazley was as well. And I think Bazley is definitely trying to, make an NBA comeback, which would be great for him. He played pretty well in the Classic. We'll see how he plays as the Lakers go from the Classic to Vegas, as they'll have a hard matchup in their first game against the Mavs. But I'm really excited to see what will happen when we see with Bazley. I don't think, if I had to bet, Knecht will not play when they go to Vegas. That's just my guess. He's played 3 games already, and now they're going to Vegas. He might play, but we'll see. But he wasn't playing. I wouldn't say he was playing bad to start off this game. Just wasn't aggressive, and he got more aggressive in the fourth quarter. Hit 3 threes in the fourth quarter. That was great for him. I mean, he was great in the first quarter. It was the second and third quarter. Not a lot of being aggressive for Dalton Knecht. And I'm not going to put all the blame on Dalton Knecht for that. I'm going to blame some of his teammates. I thought there are a lot of teammates of his that were being a lot of selfish guys on this team tonight. I know they won, but one play that really pissed me off, it was 88. I was watching this game. This is one of the first. I watched a little bit of the Classic. I'm going to probably watch a lot more of when the games are in Vegas. I'll watch a lot of that. But I watched a little bit of the Classic, but this was the only game of the Classic I watched the entirety of the game, and I remember this exact moment. It was 88-82, and I think what's really impressive about this is the Lakers won on a 7-0 run, but it was 88-82. The Lakers were down 6 points, and I know they ended up winning, but this pissed me off. Dalton Knecht is driving to the rim, and you've got Cole Swider open in between the corner and the wing, in the middle of that. And Swider didn't have a great shooting night tonight, but he's a great shooter. And Dalton Knecht is trying to make a pass to Swider to knock down 3. At this moment, you really need a 3. Now, they still ended up winning, but you still needed a 3. It was 1 minute 11 seconds left. You need a 3. Knecht's trying to make the great pass. Swider's wide open for a 3. And Bazley comes in. I know he ends up getting 2 points anyways, but comes in and steals the pass that's intended for Swider, gets fouled, shoots 2 free throws. I think he ended up making both of them. So, but even though it ended up being a good situation by the Lakers, it was like you looked at some of the things that were going on in this game, and there are a lot of players that are trying to fight for a roster spot. Bazley's trying to get back in the NBA. You've got some undrafted guys that are really talented, trying to make a name for themselves. So it's just. You've got some guys that are playing a little selfish basketball. DJ Stewart was a guy that, there was just some guys that are taking some bad shots. Yeah, I'm looking at it. You've got Dalton Knecht or Swider open, 2 good shooters, and there were some really bad shot takes in this game. Or sometimes you'd have Bazley open and some of the guards that were in the game, like guys like Dajuan Gordon, RJ Davis, DJ Stewart. Even though they're really solid players, I watched Stewart and Davis in college. Jabari Rice as well. Terrible shooting performances from those guys. You saw them kept shooting the basketball. When you've got some guys that are playing a little better, Cole Swider, Dalton Knecht, and Darius Bazley. Bazley had 27, Knecht had 25, Swider had 15. But you can talk about Bronny in this game. Bronny did not play much. Didn't bring the best. 2 points for Bronny, 1 for 5. The 2 layups he missed in this game didn't even touch rim. That just shows you. And then he was 0 for 2 from 3. That shows you what kind of night it was for Bronny. I think he played a lot better in their game on Sunday night. Put up 10 points. Had some solid defense, and he had 2 steals in this game tonight. We know he didn't play that much, but it was a terrible night for Bronny. But I agree with the Lakers coach. This it's not JJ Redick, but I agree with the Lakers. Summer League coach on the decision not playing Bronny minutes. Look, Bronny's got a guaranteed roster spot. If Bronny's gonna play well, play him. But if Bronny's not going to play well, even though I didn't think these guys played great, there are guards like R.J. Davis and DJ Stewart, and you've got Sir Jabari Rice, and you've got guys that are trying to fight for a roster spot. And so let those guys get the opportunity. They're trying to Bronny has a. I'm going to say it. Bronny has a guaranteed roster spot because of who his father is, and that's not me saying Bronny's not talented, because I think Bronny has showed a lot of potential. In this league, when you look at what he's done in the G League, he has been a guy that is really talented when playing in the G League, and he's had some solid moments here and there when playing in the NBA last year. Not always. It was mostly bad, but I think there were some small things of potential last year in his rookie year. So I'm not saying he's terrible. I'm just saying I don't know where he'd be without his dad, but there are other guys at the guard level who were talented in college, went undrafted, who could deserve that opportunity. And I'm glad they were given that tonight. Or even though I didn't feel like R.J. Davis and DJ Stewart always played well, they did do solid stuff. Stewart had 9 points, 3 assists in 23 minutes, 4 for 11, 1 for 1 from 3. Davis, 2 for 6, 4 points, 3 assists, 1 steal. Were they great? No, but they were better than Bronny. And I think for Bronny, you're in competition with those guys. Those guys are trying to hunt your job, and I think that's the crazy thing about the summer league. Sometimes you're not going to see the best brand of team basketball because everybody's fighting for themselves. Like Dalton Knecht, obviously he's out there. He's not worried about anything. He's just trying to ball. I don't think Bronny James is out there worried about anything either. Those 2 guys know they've got guaranteed roster spots, but the rest of them, especially a guy like Darius Bazley, they're all trying to get back in the league. Undrafted guys are trying to find a way into the league. Bazley's trying to find himself a way back into the league. So, but honestly, I think the crazy thing is the Lakers have 2 guys that you could look at and say have a guaranteed roster spot on their roster in the summer league. The Spurs only have 1 in the because Dylan Harper's not playing. You saw Carter Bryant play, their other rookie. And honestly, at times, it felt like the Spurs played better team basketball. They shot a lot better from 3. They were 10 for 28 from 3. They did a great job rebounding and did a great job defensively. They didn't play that bad of a game, and Lakers got hot because of Dalton Knecht and Darius Bazley's amazing fourth quarter. I think that's the only reason why the Spurs lost this game. But I thought they played a lot better team basketball. They've got a lot of other guys. They've got a lot more guys that are fighting for a way to get into the NBA than the Lakers do, but still I thought played better team basketball. The Lakers won this game because of the amazing play of Dalton Knecht and the amazing play of Darius Bazley. Bazley was very good at getting to the rim, not only getting to the rim but getting to the free throw line in this game. So I thought him and Knecht were great, especially in the fourth quarter. Bazley was great the entire game. And then other guys did a solid job. Like Cole Swider did a solid job. DJ Stewart did a solid job. But it was mainly Knecht, and they had 52 of the 89 points. But good win for the Lakers. We'll see how they can do going into Vegas. That's the video. If you guys enjoyed it, and peace out.